Biden's health is getting so bad that his team is doing everything they can to prevent him from falling yet again. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back again with a new video. And today, it is time that we talk about the 2024 presidential election. Because everyone, I may have found the most embarrassing headline any president has had in the modern era. Scoop: Biden teams don't let him trip mission. That's right. This is a real headline. Guys, I don't care if Biden's a Democrat or not. This is freaking terrifying that the president of the United States is so feeble, weak, whatever you want to call it, that his team is so worried that he may trip yet again. This is starting to get to a point of, how can they possibly run this guy again? Now, before we continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $1 a month, you can join Real American. This is the best way to support the daily content that we all know and love. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. Alright, everybody. And again, if this was a Republican, I would be mocking them the same way. Because there is no reason you're the president of the United States and you're so worried about tripping. Let's just get into this, because I cannot believe we're at this point where it's just normal for him to frickin' trip and fall. President Biden and his campaign are working on a critical project for his re-election bid. Make sure he doesn't trip. I can't believe that this is happening. His health is getting so bad and they won't even admit it. Just step aside. I mean, dude, if you are so worried about tripping and falling, are you sure you're alright? Are you okay there, guy? As voters express deep concerns about the 80-year-old president's age and fitness for office, Biden's team has taken extra steps to prevent him from stumbling in public, as he did in June when he tripped over a sandbag at the Air Force Academy. Well, he's tripped and fell like 5 times at this point. On the bike, going up the stairs. I actually did that 4 times. But this isn't good. With a physical therapist, Biden has been doing exercise to improve his balance as far as back as November of 2021. Listen, it's one thing if it was one time. It was like, okay, he tripped and fell, that's one thing. But this is becoming a basically a weekly occurrence, it seems like. So bad they have to take him to a therapist? Again, if he had like a sprained ankle or something, that's fine. But it sounds like this is a balance problem. Joe? Are you doing okay there, guy? Since his stumble in June, he has been wearing tennis shoes more often to avoid slipping, and using the short stairs on Air Force One, entering the plane on a lower deck than before. You can't even walk up the stairs. Listen, it doesn't automatically mean he's mentally, incapable of being president, but you just start reading between the lines. He's having a problem with balance, he's stuttering, he's freaking, he can't speak properly. He just wanders when he's, like, talking to the president of Brazil, like he's supposed to shake his hand, he just wanders off. This is to a point of, this isn't just, he had like a sprained ankle or he just getting old and his legs are not what they used to be. That's fine. But This sounds more like a mental problem. And that's the scary part. The guy that controls our nuclear arsenal has more than likely some mental issues. Democrats, including some in his administration, are terrified that Biden will have a bad fall, with a nightmare scenario of it happening in the weeks before the November 2024 election. Democrats are getting worried about next year. The polling data is indicating it. The consultants are saying it. Everything. And people are saying Trump can't win. Really, Trump can't win because so they're going to do everything they can to kick him off the ticket. Yeah, I'm sure that just makes sense. And the biggest reason I'm scared is, can Biden even make it to next election? Is there a way he can? Some senior Democrats privately have been frustrated with Biden's advance team for months, citing the sandbag incident as noting that the president often appears not to know which direction to go after he speaks at a podium. Often without context, Republicans have used video clips of Biden looking confused about where to go after speeches to raise further questions about his age. Really? Axios, of course they had to spin it. Axios, they do good reporting, but then they spin this crap. You're talking with the president of Brazil and you don't even shake his hand, you just wander the opposite direction? When you introduced him? It's not a good look. Biden's balance difficulties are likely the result of what his physician has diagnosed as a combination of significant arthritis and mild post-fracture foot arthritis. Yeah, sure. Again, if that was the only thing and he this was just, him stumbling, that's one thing. But for him to be confused where he's at, that's not good. Biden works out many mornings with physical therapist Drew Contreras, who also worked with former President Obama. Again, that's not the problem. All right, if he's just having a problem walking, that's fine. He's getting older, whatever. But this is just not him just stumbling. This is him just wandering off during the podium. Just looking confused as where to go. I mean, he has a note list of the exact directions of where to talk to, who to speak to, where to walk. That really brings a question of, okay, this doesn't seem like a physical thing. Biden's doctor has recommended exercise for balance, which he called proprioceptive maintenance maneuvers. I believe I said that correctly. Again, I'm no doctor. What the maneuvers entail is unclear. I have never heard the term before. It is not a clinical term in standard use, said Professor James Gordon. Seriously? There's people that work in physical therapy, they never heard that term? So, is it a fake thing? Is it just made up? Is it an excuse for what's really going on? Again, something just doesn't add up here. That he has a balance problem, but alright. Then explain why he wanders off during meetings with the Brazilian president. White House spokesperson Andrew Bates told Axios this isn't new. Oh yeah, sure. This isn't new. We knew about this totally. It was disclosed in a 2021 report. Yeah, so it was disclosed in page 500 of a 7,000 page report or whatever, in fine print about every few days the president will go to physical therapy. Sure, I'm sure this is a completely transparent process that a professor doesn't even know what this is. I'm sure this is a good sign. Recent polls have shown Biden's age is among voters' chief concerns about him. Voters also have a significant age concerns about former President Trump, the likely GOP nominee. But with Trump, he doesn't have mental issues. He's not tripping up the stairs. 3/4 of Americans see Biden as too old for office, according to an AP New York poll last month. About half also saw Trump, 77, as too old. And those are just Democrats. That's who they are. They're the ones that refuse to admit that Biden is too old. And of course Axios trying to, Trump has erratic behavior. That's always been Trump. That's just Trump being Trump. As evident this week in his social media post, has raised concern about the former president's mental state. They're trying to cover for Biden for saying Trump is being Trump. He had the same stuff in 2016 and 2020. Give me a break about this is just one of the many concerns about President Trump. Well, not fun. Not fun that Axios had to spin it, but either way, folks, this isn't good. I could give a rat's ass if this is a Democrat, Republican, it doesn't matter. There is no reason the President of the United States is so worried about tripping down the stairs. Not just as a physical problem. The more you read and more you look into what's going on, this sounds like a mental problem. Should the President of the United States, have mental issues? No, they shouldn't. And they're trying to spin this as, well, Trump has issues too. Give me a break. Trump is fine. He's 77. He's not as energetic as he once was. Whoop-de-doo. He's still perfectly fine mentally. Well, this guy, he doesn't know where he is. He just stunned that he has to talk to the president of Poland or whatever. I mean, this is an embarrassment that this is even real. And in a sane society, Biden would not run for a second term. But they're forcing him to run because guess what? They have no one else they can really turn to as of now. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Thank you so much. Godspeed to all of you.